to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear and without feint. For those of you that don't know me, wherever I am is a place we feel free to share knowledge, and there is no issue too sensitive for us to talk about from the A to Z of life. So we are free to talk about it. And if you have a Christian friend or somebody that believes in Jesus or somebody that believes in marriage and having children, you can share this or tag them to this so that, you know, I can open their eyes, or provoke them to think for themselves. Because that's why everybody have their own brain. You have your own brain for no one else to think for you, but you thinking for yourself. That's the purpose of you having your brain. Judge everything, believe nothing, worship nothing, know everything you need to know. If they tell you something exists or something is real, you don't need to believe it, you need to know. But if they say you only have to believe it, it's a lie. Flee from such people, as disassociate yourself from such people because they want you to be in bondage or remain in bondage as they are. So they see your free life as taboo or as strange or as being a pervert or being antichrist, demonic or devil and all that, whatever word they have in their book. But the fact remains that the truth shall prevail. The knowledge of factual truth is all you need. You don't need morality. You don't need doctrines. You don't need dogmas. You don't need myths. You don't need fairy tales. You don't need belief system. You don't need God. You don't need Jesus. You don't need the Holy Book. You don't need any hearsay. All you need is knowledge. Knowledge is spring. When you are armed with knowledge, you be unfit to be a slave. Nobody will enslave you when you know, when you have knowledge. So I'm sharing this important issue today about marriage and children. This is one of the areas I've seen some people try to use it to say that shows they are blessed or they are privileged or you know and they begin to mock other people that maybe are not interested in marriage or people that are childless. So that's one of the reasons I say call those people. If you have such people, bring them. And don't let anyone confuse you or frustrate you or after they mock you with their opinions about life. It's mere opinions. Remember, you anyone you're trying to be like, you don't know their problem. Your problem may be better than their own problem. If everybody spread their problem, you may go and steal their own, saying that their own is. I mean, they may come and steal your own, saying your own is better, your own is lesser. So understand that they want to hit burden on you. I hear some people trying to make invest in this, invest in that, do this, do that. They think. I think I said to the lady that was telling a man to do that. I said to the man, if it is your area, go ahead, but try to get the right information about it. If you are not well informed about it, there are people that work very hard, invested, not yet they failed. They couldn't take it. Some even committed suicide because I learned it also even when I was in Ojalaba International with my ex-in-law. I was running one of his shops in Alaba International Market. So somebody came to me and tell me about another business. He deal electronics, like importing television, because the guy is an importer, very rich. Most of you know his name, Comet Star. If you go Alaba International, ask about Comet Star there. Maybe if you don't see the signboard, go in there. Then he said to me that, you know, because we are in law now, we're talking, he said, listen, I don't invest in any business I don't know I don't know how it goes. And that guy is rich, making money by all means, which is nice. So I learned it from him. But many people have been investing. Some people sell their land, invested in some business, boom. Some so people are going to China. I'm going to China too. He trouble his family. They will sell land or raise money and give to him. Okay, go to China. Imported goods, some of them the custom seize it. You never make profit like that because maybe the goods he imported. Uh, the importer that have been in business so long that don't even invest use their money for business anymore are bringing like 50 container load of this of that. So guess what? They will bring the prices down just to sell it the wholesale price and all that. So many people have invested, but if you see, if that is your area, like you have knowledge of it, you know when to invest, and you see, boom, you make profit. It's not any God doing that. It's not because that person is in a court or that person went to a native doctor. No, it is that person's area. That person have knowledge. He know some maybe the season if the container comes in that time, boom, he will sell them. Is common sense. Of course, I've been telling you there is no force greater than common sense. With your common sense, you can diffuse all this nonsense that's blowing everywhere, telling people lies and all that, whether it's in politics, in religion, in every area of life. Remember, everything that concerns us, you need to have knowledge about it. So don't limit yourself and don't let another person limit you. So, as I always say, I want you to know that marriage and children, they are not achievements. But many of us have been raised to think is great achievement. Some people think if they don't marry, they are no longer real human beings or like that. And some think if they don't have children or child, oh no, it is a cause or that. Then you see, especially women going through a lot, go some dangerous places just they want to get pregnant. This is one of the reasons you see most women in religion sleeping with their religious leaders or spiritual leaders because they believe, okay, God can use them also to get them pregnant, although they are married. Married women, some married women are not have not been impregnated by their own husband. Is maybe by their religious leaders or spiritual leaders or by somebody else. But in all of them, they think if they have it, it doesn't matter how they have it. God will forgive them bullshit and all that, but you will go to hell. All right. As I've been saying, I want you to know also that marriage is a slavery business. It doesn't matter how you try to redefine it or define it. Some people say, "Oh, it depends on how." No, it doesn't depend. That is what it is. It's a slavery business. That's why they have marital rights there. You were not born to do that bullshit. Marriage has nothing to do with nature. It's not a natural thing. Marriage is a slavery business. That's why we also pay bride price. Even those that say they don't pay bride price, when you go to court to do your marriage, don't you pay? It's business. And in that business, as I always say, that man is the master, the woman is the slave. That's why she's called wife, and she's commanded to be submissive to that man in everything, whether she likes it or not. But they're trying to make it's not like that, it's not like that. And I want you also to know that marriage comes with divorce. Any marriage that does not have divorce, you know, it's not it's not like following that marriage. You try to make it be like, no, it doesn't work like that. This is the way we're gonna make it work. You cannot reverse it. You cannot make it what it is not. Marriage is slavery business, not just slavery, but it's also business. And it is the man that owns the woman and the children in marriage. But they're trying to make we are equal, 50-50. What do you bring on the table? No, in marriage, you don't ask that question. It's the man that buys the woman and she start producing children for the man. That's why both the woman and the children, they bear the man's name. I hope something is not okay. Let me close this. Okay. So that's marriage. But today, things as things go on, there are things people try to change, redefine, rebrand. But when it comes to marriage, it is what it is. Somebody asked me, so you want somebody will just go take a family's daughter or something like that? No, I'm not saying that. Africans, we've been having a family before marriage came, and we weren't buying women like we do today. No, we didn't. And you're supposed to know that most of the things you call African culture and tradition are Western stuff or Christianized stuff, especially in the area I came from. Okay, so understand that a man or a woman must not marry. Marriage is not a must. You must not marry to be a man. You must not marry to be a woman. You can live your life without being married. Marriage is to subjugate women under man. That's what marriage is. That's why they put it in their book. Like Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. It said that her desire will be upon the man, and he will rule over you. That is slavery. A man ruling over woman because they subjugated women. But Africans never subjugated women in any way. If you know the real African culture or tradition, Africans were living as natural people. In nature, man and woman are equal. They live together, they share things together, and they have children together. Okay, so then coming to like Christians that will mock you about marriage and children, let me say this before I continue also. Unmarried life and the childlessness is Christ-like. Any Christian, anyone that said they believe in Jesus Christ, but they are married, they are not Christ-like. They're not following the Jesus of the Bible. The Jesus of the Bible never married. The Jesus of the Bible never have any child. So unmarried life and childlessness is Christ-like. Any pastor that is married is not following the Jesus Christ of the Bible. Okay, look at the disciples of Jesus in the Bible as they wrote. Though Peter married before he met Jesus. Did you hear that Peter's wife had a child, or Peter and his wife had children? No, that's it. You hear about Peter's mother-in-law and all that, but no child or son of Peter or daughter of Peter. Zero. Okay, so and you see that even Jesus, he said in Matthew chapter 10, you can read 24 and 25. He said, a servant is not greater than the master. He said, the best the servant can be is to be like the master. So if Jesus never married, if Jesus never have children, those pastors or those Christians who claim to be following the Jesus of the Bible that married and have children, they are antichrist. They are not Christ-like. Christ-like is no marriage. Christ-like is no children, no child. You live your life going after your heavenly Father's business like Jesus did. If you were talking about, I'm a savior, I'm going to win souls, when you are not like Jesus, you are married and you have children, you are not winning any soul as you are claiming. Jesus was talking to people that were like him, to his disciples. He said that if they leave everything, included wife there, read it, Matthew chapter 19, verse 29. It's right there. He said, if they leave their wife or children, he said, yeah, when they get to the kingdom, they will have hundredfold. But you see today, those Christians, those ministers of Christ, they are not following the Jesus Christ of the Bible because Christianity is antichrist. Christians are antichrist, all of them. They are not following the instructions of Jesus. And Jesus said, if you love me, keep my commandments. He said, this is how people will know you are my disciples. If you love one another as I have loved you. Jesus supposed to be the author and the finisher of your faith. You can't be a married man or a married woman and claim to be following the Jesus, or because Jesus already died and they do all the stuff you believe before you were born. So why are you not following the steps of Jesus? Why are you not following Jesus? That's why you see some ministers believe they will not marry because they say when you marry, your anointing drops. They believe that. They tell you, see, like person like Paul. Paul had no wife. That's why he performed than Apostle Peter or other apostles. But that's what they believe, following the Bible also. Okay, so understand that when a Christian mock you talking about or they will pray for you to get married or for you to get child, they are not following the Jesus of the Bible. They claim to be their Lord and Savior. Understand that. Then another thing I want to talk is children are not a gift of God. Children are not reward. Children are not fruit of the womb, as they made us to them. You see some people saying, "Oh, I'm looking for the fruit of womb. I'm praying for you to have fruit of womb and all that." I was a pastor, so I was doing all that. I know all that, but all those things are falsehoods. They are anti-nature. They are evil. Children are not gift. No, even husband is, woman is not gift to man, and the man is not gift to woman. We are not gifts. We are not slaves. We are not products. We are not creatures. We are human beings. Beings. We are not created. We are born, and we are born to live. There's no purpose for life or purpose of life. All you were born to live. All you need to know is to explore and enjoy life. Live your life naturally. That's humanly. That's what you are born to do. So understand that children are not gift, they are not reward, they are not fruit of the womb that you need to seek after. They are natural beings, born or reborn through sex. When sperm and the egg mix, they begin to because they come from the earth. The man eat what forms sperm in him, and the woman eat what form the egg in her. Then when they have sex or they take the man's sperm and inject it into the woman, boom, it begins to develop. It's natural. It begins to grow because beings grow. We grow. We are not created. Creatures don't grow. Creatures, you make them bone. This is how you be. That's it. It doesn't grow. Your phone cannot grow because it's a creature. Whatever device, your broom cannot grow because it's a creature. But when you see things that have life in them, they grow because they are living beings. You get that? Okay, so understand that. Stop believing the nonsense they are teaching you in their religious bullshit and begin to know better. At least know for yourself. The best thing you can do for yourself is to know things for yourself, not depending on what they said or what they wrote. Okay, and I want you to also, especially men, children are not your bargaining chips. That's most of our parents born us with that mentality. They born many children believing that if this one don't make me happy, this one will make me happy. I'm having children, so when I get older, they will take care of me. That's not the purpose. That's not why you should have children. No, children, are beings. They have their own life to live. You shouldn't use them as slaves. You see, you have children, you send them to become a apprentice or serving people. You know what they go through. Why the children of those people that are serving are sleeping, your own children are carrying water on their head, suffering, going to market for them, suffering. You think you are doing well for them. Then after they are settled, you still deceive them. Hey, it's God. God has blessed us. You start your own. That's why I ask you, you that is trying to get married and have children, what will your children inherit? In Igbo land where I came from, before a man talk about having a woman, the man must have source of income. He must have something that at least the children will inherit it. And this thing is in the family. They have family business, family trade, family things. They don't need to go outside soliciting for help or financial assistance as you see today. For those of you that think Christianity or Islam brought you good thing than your Africans don't know, they brought worse thing to you. Your life is worse than that of your ancestors before slavery or before foreign invasion. And that's why you don't even know you are alive or your ancestors like that. You don't. So understand, because especially our people, Igbo people, they say that Nwaju, like Osadebe, I like the music, I always play it. But music is music. I don't care about lyrics no more. So for those of them that say, oh, this is gospel music, this is prayer, is bullshit. We invented music. We don't, the lyrics, you can put anything there. So like I listened to Osadebe, he said that Nwadu, that's the title of the song, Nwadu. So I keep listening. He said that ugwu nwanyị bụ nwa, ugwu nwoke bụ nwa, nwa bụ onyinye Chukwu. It's a lie. And at last, in that, he said that, mmadụ kpatara ego. And say the same thing with nwa, mmadụ mụrụ nwa too. The man and the woman have the child. The same way the man and woman also make money. So, but people, this is what they use. If children is from God, then why are you blaming those who say they throw the child, they throw away, they dump the child, or they kill the children? God is the one that give it to them. So why are you bothered? It is God that God know what will happen before He gave those children to them. Oh, the people are looking for child. The rich people, they don't have children. They're looking for children, blah, 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 blah. But you that have, you throw it away. A prostitute, oh, you're committing abortion. You are killing children. Bullshit. But you say again that children are gift from your God. That God is the one that gives children. And also, like you said, this one is a bad wife. Oh, blah, blah, blah. But you also believe that a wife is a gift from your God, when it is not. There is nothing God has given to us in any way, no matter how you try to see it. Anyone that tell you God said that person is lying. There's no God that does anything or gives anything or says anything. It is people doing all that. So children are not owned. They are not your property. Recently I hardly say like my daughter because we have a daughter. I want to say our daughter because it takes both of us to have her. Okay, so, and that's what I try. Sometimes I don't like using my daughter or my child. No, I want to use our, because one person cannot have a child. A man by himself cannot have a child. A woman by herself cannot have a child. And God cannot give you a child. This thing is there, but they deceive you, telling you God gives children, God gives wisdom. God don't give anything. Anything you have is either your fellow human being give it to you or you work to have them. It is not any God giving or doing anything. So understand that the children are not your properties. You don't supposed to treat them like that. That's why you abuse your children when you send them to school. Your children are not supposed to go learn anything from anyone. They're supposed to learn everything from you, from your family. And when I'm talking about your family, I'm not talking about just you and your wife. Your kinsmen are included. Your village people are included. I think African proverbs say that it takes a village to raise a child. You see that? African mentality. Remember, this is even after Christianity came or after foreigners came. So understand that you need to know that children are not property. They have their own life to live. That's why when you read a place like Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 18 to 19, you see why spiritual people or religious people hate life. That's why they will tell you this world is corrupt, this world is evil. But they are the one that is evil. They are the one that is corrupt. So he said he hate life because after all this thing he acquired, he don't know whether his son that is coming up, if we will be wise or foolish and squander everything he made. And think about that. Although it's in their book, but they don't think, but they hate life, blah, 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 blah. So they have multiple. If this one done better, this one will do that. So after they die, their children begin to fight over their property. It's hardly for you to see a Christian family or religious family or spiritual family that when that man died, they were peaceful. No. It's hardly for you to see them. They pretend a lot, but go in there, you see the infight going on. The mother and the son and the first son will be fighting, or the first son and the last born is fighting. There must be fight among them fighting. Before foreign invasion of Africa, we don't have such thing in Africa. Then you know what a Christian will ask me? Were you there? How do you know? I was there because I am an ancestor too. I was there, I am here, and I will be there also. That's how I know. There are things you can never learn in any school or from anyone. You were. That's why you see some people, what you say, oh, these people are gifted. Nature give no, they are not gifted. They are not called, they are not chosen. It is still their life. Inventors in their past life, if they are born now, they will still be inventing things. Even though you taught them away from it, but it's in them. It's like, I think, let me use the term that people use. They said, once idea is born, that's it. And when you have knowledge, it can never be taken away from you. Even if you abandon it, it's still there. So they jail you. That's why they try to torture you, to beat you. They can make you to maybe let go the physical, or the ones they can see. How about the knowledge you have, your brain? So that's why they want you to recount, to reject what you're supposed to know or what you already know. But you are not gifted by any God or by any nature. That's you. You have that knowledge. It's in your brain. Brain cannot die. You cannot die. Your body does not die. It changes. But they have taught you that no, when you died, your brain died. Did the brain tell you it dies? If brain dies, you won't. When you see your past places you have been before in your dream, you get confused. Where you never seen that place in the present, but that's where you lived before. That's where you have been before. There are things you see. Say, it's like I've seen this thing before. Even there are places somebody take you there and say, it's like I've been here before. This place, because that's your life. That's why the Africans, they never wanted to be buried outside their land. No matter where they are doing business, they say, if I die, take me to my kinsmen or to my people. But today, we think, no, it's now, okay, blah, blah. People are doing whatever, living because we have been taught away from our truth. So, woman, let me come to you again. Let no one mock you for not being married, especially you women. Oh, because you are not married because you are bad character. There's always a man that will like your character. It doesn't matter. You don't need marriage. If a man sees you and like you and want to have sex with you, you have sex and go your life. You can have children without being married. But have the one you can take care of. Because having children is like having problem. Can you solve it? If you cannot solve it, then don't have them. Don't have children for trouble, for doom. Children that will become prostitutes. Children that will become criminals. Sometimes I say, when people ask me, you have only one child, I say, look at my own life. You know what I suffered in life? I don't want anyone to suffer such thing. But they will say, oh, God will sustain you. God gave you grace of God. No, it's not. I know how many times fear delivered me from death. Fear. Untimely death. I remember one night we were going for robbery. It was Saturday night. From club, we already planned we're going robbery. I don't know the place, but I just follow them. I want to make money. But along the way, in the dead of the night, that thought came to me. What if we are going to rob now and somebody that have gone, I'm the one they shot at. I'm there. I turn back. I sneaked. I didn't even think. I just turn back and go. Sunday morning, their dead bodies were at in Amewe along Onichowole Road. I went there. I think it's one of them. The one we used to meet in their house in Obokodia before we go from club to their house. he was still moving. I said, oh, I think his family members were rushing there maybe to pick him up and go take him to hospital if they will let them. But they stoned them. That's they beat them up to death. Some have already died, but I think it's only that one I see moving. I saw them. I would have been one of them. But you know what our people will say? It is God that saved you. And that's the mentality I also had that made me become a pastor. Oh, it's God to do. No. How about the 3 years I spent in Kaduna, where my parents tried because they are trying to save the life of their son? It's not any God because you have to take care of your son. They don't have to beg you to do that because if you born them, you must train them, you must take care of them. As I mean, you must take care, you must feed them, you must clothe them, you must shelter them, you must take great care of them. I know what I suffered. Some mark, if I show you my back, you see some scars, both from beating, from this teeth you see here. I was not born like that. It was not just maybe car accident or no. It was between life and death matter, robbery case. But I escaped. That's the day I know, what it means to shit and the pee at the same time, and that shit was hot. But it was somebody that my fellow thief that came, the one that hold the gun. That's the one that came and pushed the guy away from me, and I crawled to escape. Inside that bush, I remember there's Uguabo bush. If you know how Uguabo bush used to be then, and I crawl. I go into under grass and I hide there until maybe getting to early morning. Then I find my way back to Oboko because I run away and living in Oboko then. So let no one mock you. What is going on with this, please? Let no one mock you that you are not married. I say again, you woman, most of you are in a toxic marriage today, in a man that is maltreating you, calling you all sort of name. He don't care about you, and you're saying, I have to stay. Especially Igbo women, it's a taboo for Igbo woman to have divorce. Igbo woman will prefer you beat her every day, so long as she remain wife, your wife. They don't divorce. It's a taboo. Even their mother will tell them, I don't want to hear that too. And they cry to their mother, hey, my husband beat me, we are not going back there. Hey, he said, go, I'm in my husband's house, go back to your husband's house. Very wicked people because they have those children for that. I want to marry, I want to answer grandma too. I want to, my own child married, bullshit. But they don't care how you are suffering there. They are, let me use their word, they are heartless. Let no one mock you for being childless or for not married. You were not born to marry. Don't be a slave of man. That's what it means. You are not born to marry. You are not born to be a slave of any man or to any man. You are not born. They don't supposed to purchase you. Let me use my first marriage as an example. I was a Christian then, I pastor. Today, I will never pay bride price again. I will never. I will never pay bride price again. If they say I will pay bride price, I say, okay, no, I'm not doing that. And even child, I say I rather be childless than have child now because that child will go to school. What are they teaching them in the school? They're teaching them against us, and I want to support that. So understand that you were not born to be a slave of men or to men. Man need you, you need man. Okay, so both of you can agree to have children and take care of those children together. You don't need any law. You don't need any judge. When I was going through the divorce, the day of judgment, so my ex said to the judge, the daughter, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to say what she said about in Nigeria. The judge says there is no paper. There's nothing that can make a man, that can force a man to take care of his child. And the way I came from, we don't play with our blood. If you know this your child, you do everything to take care of that child. And that's why I see some of our men are devastated after they find out the children that have been taken care of are not actually their own children. Their wife went for a away match. Or when they find out they are impotent, they will pretend, okay, at least the woman I've been having, let us keep it like that. They won't tell you this. Most of us are lying. We don't tell the truth. That they call it washing your dirty linen. Yeah, don't you go to stream to wash your dirty linen? So it's the same thing. Social media is going to stream to wash your dirty linen. Wash it and make it clean. Speak the truth. Stop hiding it. And after you come out and say, I hate lies. I'm a truthful person. No, you are not. I was saying to somebody, like some people that say that they get good home training, their parents train them. I say it's not true. Did their parents teach you how to have sex? No. They're supposed to show you how to have sex. Have you ever seen your parents having sex and they say, watch, this is how it happens? But that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to learn how to have sex from your parents. Did they do that? No. Why? Because they tell, oh, no, sex is, no. The only time you're permitted to have sex is when you get married. It's not true. The only time you're supposed to have sex is when you have sex organ or sexual organ, like a man having penis, a woman having vagina. At what age did you have them? It is people limiting people and bringing all that. Yeah, you posting naked picture, idiot. Are you not born naked? Then when you see the naked picture of Christ, you have passion. Oh, he did that for me. He suffered for me. Oh, I like that picture. He's not half naked. He's my Lord and Savior. Then you become blind now. But when you see a woman with a piece, just small piece of cloth on her, half naked. Wow, half naked. Jezebel, the devil. But I'm happy that new generation is coming up. You're complaining that twerking on the social, yeah, you will see they will be twerking on the streets too. They'll be having sex on the street too. Because it's natural. But people with their evil mindset, foreigners, invaded us and show us their way of life and telling you that is better than your own natural way of life. When we used to see the breasts of our women, we never have an erection. We don't look at a woman's ass before. But today, that's what we do. And I like seeing them. Go report me to your God. Make I kidnap God. Let no one mock you for being childless. Woman, they tell you, you will never know the joy of motherhood. Tell them, how about the sorrow of motherhood? Because these people are so evil, they hide the sorrow of motherhood. Then using the joy of motherhood to mock you, to frustrate you, to make you feel bad, cry, die. No! Tell them. Yeah, if you're talking about the joy of motherhood, let us also talk about the sorrow of motherhood. Those your children will make life unbearable to you. You haven't heard about parents killed by their children? You see that boy, was it last year or last 2 years? They stoned to death. They say he killed his father. He took him to that's urine, right? Yeah. Bana, we used to call it Bana in my own time. He took it there. I say, see people, they didn't judge. And that's his only son. I said, but the man have this son to, to carry on his name, as our people always say. But they stoned that guy today, a young guy. I don't think he was up to 20 years. They stoned him to death, set him ablaze, because they say he killed his father. Okay, did they find out why he killed his father? So why are you killing him? Then you end that man lineage, as you used to brag that you care about life. If you care about life, why will you kill life for killing another life? No, what you're supposed to do is to make sure that life have a child for that life he killed, or she killed. That's how it's supposed to be. Or you say all the children you and yeah, if it's a man, they make him get women pregnant. All the children the women will born will belong to that man he killed. But they don't think, because jungle justice, and all of them claim, we love life, I'm against abortion. But you can kill somebody for that. So don't pay attention, you woman that is childless. Childless may be the best thing that will ever happen to you. You need to see what people with children are going through also, but they will not tell you. They only come in the public. Oh, God, Jesus, thank you. Thank you, Sir God, for blessing my son, blessing my daughter. Do you know what they went through to have that? You didn't even give them anything to stand and laugh. You didn't establish them. So when they tell you about joy of motherhood, remind them of the sorrow of motherhood. But they tell you when you have that child, you forget all the sorrows. It's a lie. You can never forget your sorrow. You can never forget your joy. But that's what religion deluded and deludes people to pretend. How about knowing that womanhood is better than motherhood? Do you hear what I just said? Womanhood is better than motherhood. That's being having your life or being a person you are is better than you even having children. You're supposed to know that also. I said childless is better than having children for doom or children for trouble, children that will give you heart attack, children that will make life miserable for you. It's better you are childless than having that children. Don't you hear in their book, he said that a stillborn child is better than a foolish son. Stillborn, oh, the one that died in the womb, he says it's better than having a stupid or foolish son. Or somebody that will be soft. It's there in their book, but they will forget that one. Use pick the way they cherry pick their holy book to make themselves silly, thinking they're making you silly. So, criminals, all those prostitutes, those people locked up in jail, remember, just think about when they were born, how people were celebrating. Or those people you say they will go to hell. If there is hellfire, then why are you having children that will go to hell? That's why I said they're not following even the Jesus they believe in or the God they believe in. If this God truly exists and created hell, fuck that God.